Hi everyone and welcome back. How are you guys today? You guys, I am so excited to react today because today we're back with yet another Newjeans reaction. You guys look at us right now. I'm actually really excited about today. Truth be told, I've also been kind of nervous to watch this just because when this was released, I do believe yesterday, honestly, I was under the impression that this was going to be a very happy and fun song. Why I was under that impression, I don't know. However, I feel like the moment that this was released, everyone went crazy. I have seen so many people try to form theories, and I've even seen people say that they cried watching these, which I am quite concerned about just because I hate crying. I am an ugly crier, and I don't have any tissue, so that's gonna be a problem, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, look, I know that there was also a teaser release prior to this. I don't know if it was one or two, and from that, people were also trying to form theories. I did avoid that just because you guys know I don't normally do teasers, so I know nothing about this, so I'm nervous, especially because there are two separate MVs that we're watching. Like, the first one is Ditto official MV side A, and then we have side B. So I don't know if we're gonna get two different stories or two different perspectives of the same story. I have no idea, and I'm a little nervous about it. But you know what? I feel like it'll be okay. Also, side note, we are currently doing laundry in the next room, so if you guys hear the washer or the dryer going, look, we need clean clothes. It is what it is. Hopefully, it's not too annoying. If it is, I do apologize, but what can you do? So yeah, look, we are here and we are gonna do this again. Ditto official MV side A is first before we move into B. This is a relatively long video. It's 5.5 minutes, so I don't know, I'm nervous, but you know what? We got this. We can do this. So I want to point out that I will be pausing throughout this, especially if it is heavy, storyline based. I do want to understand what's happening, or I do want to try to pick up on stuff. So if you don't like pausing, this video is probably not going to be for you. But yes, anyway, Ditto side A MV. Let's go ahead and do this and see what happens. Let's go. Oh wow, that is a lot of dust. Interesting. Okay, before we even start, it just, because the couch has the tarp over it, everything is in boxes. It looks like what this is, this area has been abandoned almost. Not necessarily abandoned, but it looks like no one really lives here anymore. The tape that she picked up is covered in dust, so obviously we are dealing with something that I guess is in the past going forward. I don't know. Hi.
강고양이 씨. 그러니까 한국인들 강고양이 씨.
Hi. Interesting.
미안. 이거 잘 걸리는 거 같아.
I like that because it's on an older videotape, because obviously she put the videotape into the older style TV, that it has kind of this film over it, so it gives it that more nostalgic, older type feel to it, which I find quite interesting, that we're kind of going back in time to when the girls were in school. But who is the person that is filming? That is my question, because obviously it's not one of the girls. Is it Hiso?
이거 잘 걸리는 거 같아.
What happened to her hand? Interesting. Oh? Who are you? Okay. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, very angelic. Ooh. Okay.
Stay in the middle, like you a little. Don't want no riddle. Now let you say it back, 'cause 길었던 하루 난
Okay.
보고 싶어 라따따딴 우리
That's
심장
fun.
난 보고
This.
싶어 라따따딴 울린
Ooh.
심장
Okay.
I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고
That sounds beautiful.
라따따딴 울린 심장 But I don't want to stay in the middle like you a little don't want no riddle 말해줘 say it back oh say it through 아침은 너무 멀어 so say it through I don't want to walk in this middle 다 아는 건 아니어도 바라던 대로 말해줘 say it back oh say it through I want you so say it through 난 just anybody 나를 상상했지
I like this filter over that.
난 just anybody 나를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌
Wait,
그대로
isn't that where she
항상
pulled
다
the?
있던 처음 느낌
I can't quite tell because obviously the girls are on the couch, but is that where we were at the beginning of the video, where she obviously like the tarp was over the couch and everything was in boxes? Maybe.
나를 상상했지 항상
Oh,
다
how
있던
dreamy this
just
feels.
anybody 나를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고 라따따따 울린 심장 But I don't want to stay in the middle like you a little don't want no riddle 말해줘 say it back oh say it through 아침이 너무 멀어서 say it through I don't want to walk in this middle 다 아는 건 아니어도 바라던 대로 말해줘 say it back oh say it through I want you so say it through
Oh. They're not there. No. They're not there. She was painting the other person's. They're not there. There's so little time left. It's gross. They're erasing it. I'm so sorry. I am still experiencing like an occasional gross cough that I can't get rid of. So please excuse that. Anyway, in terms of the song was very dreamy and I don't know, I feel like it put me in a different state of mind. However, with this MV, I find it quite interesting because remember, this is side A, there is still side B to get to. However, we had this girl, Hiso, that had followed the girls around. She was obviously friends with them. She was smiley, they were happy, she was filming them. But at the end, we see that they weren't there. So, is it in her head that, like, friends that she has lost that she's still imagining them, or were they not there to begin with? Is it friends that she has made up to kind of like ease being lonely. I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. And I don't know, I find it quite interesting because I didn't expect it to be her just sitting there with a camera filming this and not have anyone there. So I don't know. I feel like my brain is going wild with storyline now. I fully understand what people were talking about with like coming up with theories and trying to understand what is happening. I genuinely enjoyed that song. I love how dreamlike it felt. The girls' vocals just, they sound so good. However, I'm really confused about the MV. I'm really confused about the MV, but I am very intrigued to see where side B takes us. Just because if that was side A, if that was the story where we're seeing from side A, I wonder if it's gonna change. But also, I'm assuming that was Hiso that put the videotape in the TV. So I'm so confused. Were the girls there at one point and then they weren't there? Because we only saw certain scenes with her filming and no one was there in front of her. So were they there and then she lost them and now they're not there, but she's in her head, they're still there with her? Because remember, like, when people lose people, it's not the easiest thing to move on. So is she still seeing them in her head to kind of cope? Or are we going somewhere else with it? I don't know. But we're going into side B. Oh god, let's do this. Let's see. There's 6. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're getting them running down the hall, and then it flips to the scene that they're not there anymore. Interesting. The two are obviously connected. I love that. I love this ratata part, the way that they move their feet with that. I don't know why, but it's so satisfying in my head. I love that. But she's watching them, she's not with them. There's also this like weird hazy kind of like dream like filter over this scene, and I find that interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we're going back and we're seeing the girls write on her cast and everything like that, but then it flips back and there's nothing actually there, so the girls never wrote on her cast. There's nothing actually there. she's imagining them being there, because at that point in the first MV, she took her umbrella out, she walked out, she turned back and they were looking at her, and then she took down her umbrella and they all went out together in the rain. Now we're seeing this TV. Obviously nothing is on this videotape, so obviously nothing has been recorded. But you look at the girls and they kind of like look concerned but confused, and she leaves by herself and they're not there no more. She's with him. I'm so confused. She looks older now. So they're there. She smiled a little. It's a memory. That's a memory. That's a memory that she saw. It's actually really sad. That's actually really sad. There's still just a little bit of time, but I don't think there's anything left. Okay, that's actually really, really sad. Look, I don't know how the story is meant to be interpreted. I like I said, I've seen people come up with many, many different theories, but I think she lost her friends. I think she lost her friends, or people who she considered to be close to, who she thought were her friends, and she lost them, and in her brain she didn't really know how to cope. That's why she was still filming, why she was doing all of this, because they were no longer there. So they were there at some point, because they're clearly on the video. There are still scenes of them together in some sort of way, but she's wearing a cast, so I'm assuming there was some sort of accident that happened to where they're not there. And that sounds so dark, but when you think about it, in normal day-to-day life, when you lose someone that you're close to, or that you're fond of, or that you care about, like, it's not always easy to move on. So sometimes you may hear their voices, you may see them, just as your brain's way of coping, to know that, like, they're still with you even though they're not there. And that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking, but I feel like that's what I'm seeing. And I'm wondering about, like, her walking away with the guy at the end, but I do think something happened to lead up to this point, and I could be completely wrong, and I don't know. I don't know if anyone actually knows, because I don't think anyone has said anything about this, but the song is good. The video is just heartbreaking. It's so sad. Oh no. I'm actually very genuinely sad about everything. Oh, I'm trying not to cry. Wow, I understand why people were crying now. Wow. Okay. Okay, that happened.